Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we are with Mike Varty.
Yes, thank you.
Currently with Mick Pointer
Yeah.
and friends.
Yes, yeah.
But also with Credo.
Occasionally.
And
Mostly.
for this occasion, very important, of course, Landmarq.
Is it?
I think
okay,
so.
no, is that what we're talking? I don't know who you're talking about.
No,
you lead.
we'll talk about Landmarq and
Yeah,
then we'll do
Landmarq.
a little bit of a promo. Okay, there's a new album coming out.
Yes. I would say it's trying to get out of the bag. Almost in the bag. Almost in the bag. We've got all the music done. It's everybody knows it's taken a long time. We've got all the music done. We've got most of the artwork done. And really what we have to do is decide a release date, and we haven't, not today. Okay. Here we are, a week before Christmas, and we haven't decided the release date for the album, so yes.
Okay, well, it's of course, I think a lot of people have been waiting for it. A lot of people keeping an eye on Landmarq and hoping
that's good.
To come back.
Yes.
And well, now of course we're on the verge of the new album, so that's very nice. Was it easy to get everybody together for the album?
It's proved to be more difficult as we've gone along. For some reason, when I first joined Landmarq, it was when we made the DVD. And things were going quite quickly then in the Landmarq world. They had a bunch of gigs and they had the DVD lined up, and unfortunately they had a few problems with Gonzalo, the previous keyboard player, nice guy and everything, but he was stretching himself a bit too thin. Can't really talk about that, can I? But anyway, so I came along and did the DVD, and I think that kind of started off. But then what happened after that was kind of we vaguely went separate ways, did a few gigs to promote the DVD, but didn't really get into. Didn't really get a decent tour going.
Okay.
Didn't really get any kind of firm footing behind it somehow. But of course, there's a whole load of new songs that people hadn't heard on the DVD, and we were desperate to get into the studio. And we got a deal or some assistance anyway with a chap called Martin Darville, who's based, I think he's to do with Asia and Yes and management and things like that. And he very kindly said to us, well, you can come in and record at his studio, which is in Liscombe Park. So we started off that, and it became really tricky. It became really tricky to get everybody together. Not necessarily to get everybody together. I became more and more busy with Credo. Other people had issues, problems, illnesses, things like that. Family things as well, as is quite normal, and we were relying on some goodwill from Liscombe Park in a way. It was very good of Martin to say come along and do this, but he was also ramping up the availability, the working load on his studio as well, with all these other bands that he was dealing with, and we kind of got squeezed out a little bit. So we were on one hand we were lucky to get all that goodwill from him. On the other hand, we were unlucky because we kept getting pushed to the bottom of the pile. I'm not complaining about that at all. I mean, it's fantastic to get an opportunity to do that, to work in such a studio at very little cost. But unfortunately, everybody kind of went different ways, and the guys in the studio were unavailable. We were unavailable, and it was very difficult. Basically. So that stalled us for years, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, well,
this is embarrassing.
Well, of course it's not always easy, especially when you have all different kinds of things on your hands.
Yes.
But well, it's I'm personally I'm glad that the album is finally coming. I've been waiting. I myself have been waiting for a long time.
Yeah. Well, we all have actually. We know it.
Yeah.
We know the album. To us, it's almost not new anymore. But it is interesting to just to jump ahead a little bit, to hear it. Very interesting just to hear it actually done, mastered, mixed and mastered, because the process that you go through obviously is kind of a live version of it, which sounds rough or whatever, not in the case of the DVD, but the other songs, a messing about version, then you kind of do some chops and changes, and then you record it continually. You'll never hear it in the final product. You're always trying to get a little bit towards the final product, and then it's glorious. You come, you go to the studio and it gets mixed, and then you come out with it, and it's kind of like, well, that's it. Everything suddenly starts to fit together. And you kind of listen to it in I listen to it in a whole, as in a whole, not
Yeah.
whole with a W.
Yeah, I understand. Well, of course, you played keyboards on the album.
Yes. Yes.
Did you also compose songs? Or?
Well, actually, not on this one.
Not on this one.
It's strange because I had a kind of intro to Turbulence, which was a piano kind of some piano runs, which I did on the live DVD, but I haven't actually recorded it for the album. That's the only thing that can be kind of, or was credited to me.
Yeah.
The rest of it was actually just they had the songs. It's not entirely true. We were rehearsing up 2 or 3 songs after the DVD as well, but I didn't have a hand in writing those.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of songs in the wings, but we've already got too many songs to go on the album. Something like 3 too many to go. We got an hour and a half worth of music, but so they're not all going to be on the album.
Yeah.
So those songs that I've got waiting in the wings are still in the wings. So still waiting. So no opportunity to write yet.
Okay. And you produced the album?
Yeah, which I guess means, in my mind, it means that I kind of identified the direction of every song. But that's not quite true actually, because Landmarq they have a history, they have a back catalogue, they've done a lot of albums, a fair number, for a band, not that many given the time, which means that they've got a very good handle on where their sound is going. And each individual person knows what they're doing. It's not a kind of go in, record and hand it over almost.
Yeah.
Although Uwe, it probably is the most happy to hand over his stuff. And no, to be honest, they are. They'll hand it over if they have to. But there's always they keep an eye on the production as it's going along.
Yeah.
So I would say I haven't taken something that had no production and turned it into all the production. At all. So I think it's going to be credited as produced by me and Landmarq, which I think is absolutely correct. They pitch in, they listen to the stuff, the songs are there, they're very careful to write the songs. I say we are very careful to write the songs.
Of course.
Most of them I wasn't party to at the time.
Yeah. Okay. Now and then hopefully soon we'll see the release of the album.
Yes.
And then?
Well, then again we've kind of got no plan. I guess that may be a failing of Landmarq. A kind of a short-term approach, although it takes a long time. But we'd like to come out and do some gigs. We don't actually know what we're going to do for the release.
Okay.
To be honest, until we've kind of, it's been so long. I think we've lost a little bit of confidence. I guess because you might say that we've always been waiting for the album for so many years. That it's almost a case that until it's in the hand, we can't kind of commit to it because something always seems to go wrong.
Okay. So there's a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, that's right. And we want to make sure it's done right. But you'll see us coming out and playing here and playing here and there and stuff like that. I would have, given that the album's sort of ready and we probably finish off all the fiddling about in January. I would be happy if we gave it a few months or something, or a short term, maybe a month. I really don't know. I'm kind of like we're doing a little bit of promotion. We may be uploading 3 tracks or something like that, in time. Maybe a cover magazine and stuff like that. But I think that's the thing. I think we're playing it a bit softly because just because it's been a long process. And if we jump ahead at the end and then something happens.
Okay. So we'll have to look forward to, of course, on www.landmarq.net.
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
For
Good.
Giving us a little update on Landmarq, and well, we look forward to see the album and hopefully see Landmarq on stage. Hopefully also in Holland.
No, definitely.
That will be nice.
I look forward to seeing the album in a cover on a merchandise stand.
That will be
sale
nice.
to somebody.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.